What is up, Days fans? Grab your tissues right now, because Days of Our Lives is about to rip our hearts completely out of our chests. We are staring down the barrel of one of the most emotional storylines of the year, and I have got to talk about it. Right off the bat, here is the absolute biggest question driving the show right now. What exactly will Johnny DiMera learn from his grandfather, the legendary John Black, to save his pregnant, cancer-stricken wife, Chanel? Is he going to tap into that iconic John Black hero energy? We are going to break all of this down today, because this isn't just about a medical crisis. This is about legacy. Let's be real for a second. I am an absolute wreck over this. Carson Boatman's Johnny is watching the love of his life, Chanel, played beautifully by Bowens, fight a terrifying cancer battle while carrying their unborn child. He is frantic. He is desperate. And honestly, he is willing to risk absolutely everything to make sure she and their baby survive this nightmare intact. But here's the kicker, and this is where the news side of things gets really incredibly bitter for us fans. We already know that both Carson and Raven have been let go from the show. Yeah, they are exiting Salem this fall. Crazy, right? I am still so mad about this decision because they are such a fantastic legacy couple, but knowing they are leaving puts a massive, terrifying ticking clock on this storyline. A lot of fans are panicking, thinking the writers are setting up a tragic death for Chanel to write them off, but I actually think something entirely different is about to happen. I don't think this ends in a graveyard. I think this ends with Johnny pulling off the ultimate hero move. To understand where Johnny's going, we have to look at where this family has been. The writers are drawing some massive, glaring parallels between Johnny's current crisis and John Black's tragic past. Longtime viewers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's rewind the clock back to the early 90s. Remember Isabella Toscano? She was the absolute light of John Black's life. After everything John went through as the pawn, Isabella grounded him. But their happiness was brutally cut short. Just 5 months after giving birth to their son, Brady Black, Isabella tragically died of pancreatic cancer. It destroyed John. It shattered him in a way that took him years to recover from. John couldn't save Isabella. The medical technology wasn't there, and despite all his resources, he had to watch her slip away. Now, look at Johnny. He is staring down the exact same barrel that his grandfather did decades ago. But Johnny has a huge advantage, and this is where the deep psychological layers of his character come into play. Johnny is a fascinating, walking contradiction. He has the dark, ruthless, manipulative DiMera blood running through his veins from EJ and Stefano, but he also has the deeply loyal, fiercely heroic super spy DNA from John Black and Marlena Evans. So, what is Johnny going to learn from John to save his wife? First off, he's learning how to weaponize his resources. John wasn't just a guy, he was an ISA super spy who fought absolute monsters like Stefano all over the globe. He never took no for an answer. When John couldn't rely on the police, he started Black Patch with his best friend Steve Johnson. When he needed a corporate front, he built Basic Black. John created his own power. Johnny is currently sitting in the CEO chair at DiMera Enterprises alongside Theo. While they want to clean up the company and build a clean legacy for their future kids, I think Johnny's going to realize that playing by the rules doesn't cure cancer. I think he's going to tap into John's ISA tactical mindset combined with DiMera's unlimited black book funds. I'll just say it. A lot of fans think Johnny's going to break down and cry by a hospital bed, but I actually think we're about to see a rogue, unhinged Johnny. Think about it. What if Johnny learns from John's past that waiting for traditional medicine is a death sentence? I predict Johnny is going to use DiMera money to completely bypass the FDA and Salem University Hospital. We know Dr. Rolf is always lurking in the shadows with his crazy mad science serums. While John Black fought against Stefano's science, Johnny might actually realize he needs to use it. But instead of doing it for evil, he does it with John Black's fiercely protective, heroic precision. He won't let Chanel be a lab rat. but he will hunt down every underground experimental treatment on the planet. Secondly, Johnny is learning the power of absolute sacrifice. John Black literally traded his freedom, his mind, and his soul on multiple occasions to save Marlena and his family. He gave up everything. Johnny is looking at his grandfather's history and realizing that to save Chanel, he has to completely sacrifice his own life in Salem. And you won't believe how perfectly this ties into their upcoming exit. I do not think the writers are going to kill Chanel. Honestly, if they mirror Isabella's death, I think it would be a huge mistake and a massive slap in the face to the fans who have invested in this couple. Instead, I think Johnny's ultimate John Black move will be orchestrating a massive, covert medical extraction. Here is my official prediction for how they leave the canvas this fall. Johnny will use his DiMera power and channel his grandfather's secret agent energy to locate a highly classified, ultra-exclusive clinic in Europe, maybe even one secretly funded by the DiMeras or the ISA. He will realize that staying in Salem means losing her. So he packs up his pregnant wife, leaves his CEO position behind, and whisks her away to Europe for a miracle cure. It completely honors John Black's legacy. John couldn't whisk Isabella away in time, but his grandson is going to rewrite history. He's going to use the DiMera Empire not for world domination, but to do the one thing John couldn't do, save his family. It's romantic. It's dramatic. It is peak soap opera perfection. What do you guys think? Are we about to see Johnny go full super spy to save his wife? Do you think they are going to survive this, or are you terrified the writers are going to give Chanel the Isabella treatment? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know your craziest theories, and I will see you guys in the next video.